Well, there it is. Got the box open, 60-inch MinnKota Ultrex Quest. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this trolling motor. It's actually kind of a neat deal how it works, right? So it's new a couple years ago, brushless, so the run time is longer, quieter. There's no more 24 volt or 36 volt. It runs on either one, so however you want to wire your boat, you can use the same trolling motor. What's really cool, the iPilot Link Quest comes with everything you need to install it. So when you open the box, you're gonna see some interesting stuff, right? There's the iPilot Link cable, the Ethernet cable, you're gonna need that. There's an adapter cable, right? The MKR M11 or ML1. That's if you're using a Helix, you can adapt that sonar, the built-in, to your Helix. Then you've got another bag that's got an Ethernet dongle in there. It's got the strap that holds it down, all the hardware you need. And then the other thing that's really cool is that this trolling motor comes with two propellers, right? You've got your weedless wedge propeller or a power propeller, whichever one. What I like about this is it comes with a spare. So I've got a buddy on his way over. We're gonna lift this thing up and get it up on the boat, get some holes drilled, and then we'll walk you through the rest of the steps of hooking it all up. All right, now the first thing we gotta do is kind of pre-assemble the motor. It comes in two pieces. There's these long Allen head bolts. We've got the bracket slid in. These just screw in right here. And then when we get that all tightened up, we're gonna pick her up and put her on the boat and mark all the holes. All right, we've got it up in place now, which is definitely a two-man job. I don't care if you are 22 years old. These things are heavy. What we did is we lined it up right here, so it's about even with the rub rail on this side. And then when we go around the motor, I do all I can to keep the head inside the gunnel or the rub rail. So when you pull up to a dock, you don't have to worry about hitting anything. So now the next step is to mark some holes and get the drill out. It's always fun. $140,000, and we're gonna poke the first holes in her here in a second. All right, we've got our holes marked. I'm gonna have Jay turn on the shop vac and he's gonna suck all the shavings up while I'm drilling holes. But we'll get these holes drilled and then we'll get her bolted on. Jay, why don't you get us a little vac? We got the motor in place, all the bolts lined up really well. And there's one thing that we have forgot every year for 6 years, 7 in a row, I don't know. This strap right here that goes underneath. Don't bolt everything down and then remember, because you got to take it all off. So we got it in place this time. We'll get these tightened up, and that's pretty much the install other than a few odds and ends. The next step takes two people as well. We've got to attach the gas spring to the actual mount, and I'm going to try to show you what it looks like. The gas spring is inside here, and those little black tabs go in these holes over here. So I'm going to set the camera down. Jay is going to move the motor up and down until I get everything to line up. We'll put these screws in the hole. All right, last thing is the propeller. And like I said earlier when I unboxed it, it's kind of cool. It comes with two propellers. The weedless wedge has that little angled tip on the end that we're used to. That's what I'm going to start the year with because we do fish in and out around a lot of weeds in Devil's Lake. This is your power propeller. If you're just out in open water walleye guys pulling spinners, crankbaits with your kicker, you will get a little more thrust out of this prop. I love it as a backup. It goes in the rod locker. So we'll get this propeller on. It's not that tough. We put the little stainless steel pin in there and then just get the motor on, line it all up, slides right over, a washer, and then the nut, and we'll tighten her down 9/16. World's most universal size wrench, I think, is 9/16. Back in the day, you could rebuild your Chevrolet engine block with that one wrench. Don't have to have it super tight, just tight enough that it's not gonna come off. And I think we got it right there. So that's it, folks. Start to finish, I think it took almost as long to take it out of the package as it took to bolt it on. We don't have power to it yet. We don't have the iPilot link on yet, but now it's on there and we can finish the rest of our rigging. 6 more holes if you're playing along. That gets us up to 18 holes so far.